We've been recording a bunch of parts of this. We're up to part 36 now. It's been about a week since I last played. Before we start, let me just step out here quick and get myself a water. Alright. That's a good start, you know, stepping out in the first minute. We're going to Gododdin. There's malevolence here too, lovely.
Ah! Outsiders! Hey, didn't they say in school not to use that word? Oh, oops. Hello.
Hello there.
Is this new-looking building your school? That's right. The village chief built it. For the future of the village.
A school?
It's a bit plain compared to the rest of the town, don't you think?
Are you
New
kidding?
people.
We didn't have anything like this in my village.
We always did want one, though.
I'm Slenge, the chief of this village. What brings you two all the way out to our tiny corner of the continent?
Oh, well, we're looking for...
We're here for work, researching what people eat out on the frontier, stuff like that.
Your efforts are very much appreciated. Thankfully, our village has been spared the ravages of famine.
In fact, it's even more bountiful than in years past.
And we have the chief to thank for it. If there's anything we can help you with, don't hesitate to ask.
You say that like you own the place.
Seems like a nice village.
Sort of reminds me of Alicia.
Saray.
I know. We'll split up and try and find some clues about the Pope.
We'll split up. Thing with this game, I always split up. So apparently the move is always splitting up. Oh boy. Look at all that. Sony likes to make these controllers in like every color other than black, and all the gunk that ends up in these things becomes very visible, you know, in pretty much any other color. Okay, so there's Edna. Oh, we can open that. Life bottle, hello. Ooh, you. Tension! Basically introduce you to all the abilities you can... There's another one over here. Feather. I don't want to overload the weapons with abilities necessarily. But once we find them, they should be accessible. Looks like we're gonna eventually have to go to that cave. Alright. Let's start with you.
What's wrong? You look troubled.
It's strange. This village seems rather prosperous.
And that's a problem?
The issue is why.
Their source of income.
Right. The land in this area is infertile and hardly fit for farming or hunting.
It's far from any major thoroughfare, and they have no local products to export.
Isn't that weird? You'd think a place like this would be the first to fall victim to famine.
There must be some explanation for all this.
So yeah, I'm trying to, well, my racing game, my F1 Manager game went on sale, and I've been playing it pretty much non-stop. I'm trying to confine that to the evenings, and then we will try to get back into the flow of this game during the day. I have a Last of Us 2 playthrough. I hate starting games and not finishing them, but I think there are things I'm going to want to squeeze in between working on that game. So we probably will see that. My dad says you can't trust people from the capital. He says they look down on us. She says it's bad to think bad things about other people.
Gododdin sure seems like a happy village.
Indeed, everyone here is so positive and active. They're all like family here.
But I still can't feel the blessing of the Seraphim.
True. The Guardian Seraph is missing. It seems that this place used to be rather barren, but it looks like the current chief was able to overcome these issues.
I can tell the people here respect him a whole lot.
I imagine they do. This would normally be such a desolate environment.
Yeah, not just anyone could pull that one off.
Rose? Is something the matter?
Sorry, I was just thinking out loud. I'll tell you more once I've had time to investigate.
And,
What's that?
Oh. School in Gododdin.
What's wrong, Edna?
Nothing. Just thinking about how Meebo insulted me earlier.
Oh, I see.
Anyway, it looks like there's some kind of ruin in the back of the village. And it's a pretty darn old one to boot.
How old do you think?
It's probably from before the Dark Period. It might be even older than I am.
You don't mean from the temperance of Averost. If that's true, then this is an incredible find. Wait. Hey, Edna? How old are...
What?
Never mind.
What? I'll show you, Meeble. You'll rule the day. You'll rue the day. Yeah. Not finishing games is like one of the problems I do have. It's not a problem with games like this where the viewership interest is relatively low, but if I ever do one on a game that people are interested in watching, that would be... There are crop failures and bizarre incidents going on for heck knows how long, and everything is fine now. The young ones who went to the capital in order to make money are back, and the people whose health was deteriorating are well again. Okay. It's all thanks to the chief. We have been hearing that. In... You know, the cave you can see at the bottom of the cliff to the right-hand side when you come out of the village. Inner Cave is its name. There used to be bandits living there. They managed to get rid of them when I was young, but it's awfully deep. I wonder if some of their loot might still be stashed away somewhere. If only I were a bit younger and more adventurous. Well. Cave at the edge of town? Yeah, we call it Pure Land. It's only the village chief that's allowed inside. Town rules, I'm afraid. Be another entrance to Pure Land, but it collapsed during the earthquake. An earthquake. What was it you say? It's the place with all the rocks in the southwest of the village. Ooh, a store. Um. We don't need to equip it. I just deliberately was trying to rank that up.
Dezel, have you found any clues about the Pope yet?
No.
Well, if you do come across anything, let me know.
One thing bothers me. The Chief. There was something out of place in his personal effects.
His glasses. Lenses are a precious rarity. They're usually only available to those of nobility or holy orders.
And Slenge only showed up here recently. There's dots there if you want to connect them.
You mean to say the Chief is...
I'm just saying the possibility is there. Don't quote me on it.
I'll look further into it. Thank you.
Don't.
Huh?
All I'm saying is there's no need to thank me.
All right.
We have our aloof seraph. Sure, Rose has dug up info on her end as well. Don't waste time. Father wasn't a genius like everyone says. An ordinary man with extraordinary techniques, that's all. An ordinary man tormented by the knowledge that the tools he made were used to kill his fellow man.
There's a ruin!
Wait!
You think they came here to apprehend the Chief?
They better not. Without our chief, Gododdin is doomed.
There's no cause for worry yet. As long as they stay out of the Pure Land, we'll be all right.
Well, we're gonna go straight into the Pure Land.
Malevolence!
Let's go.
There was malevolence coming from the Chief. Why?
I bet we'll find the answer inside that ruin.
Yeah.
So I find in my journeys won't end, even if it takes 10,000 years. I made a new maps. We're gonna buy your maps. Because we do that. Do I have anything I can sell? I think this also increases shop rank. Not by nearly as much, though. Amber paper. We fuse these together. Ethan Geyser. Okay, what are we doing? Talking to these guys over here, I take it? Red Rosemary. Can't let outsiders into the Pure Land. Sorry, but rules are rules. Oh, hello. Roll cake! Yum. Let's stay at the inn. Let's check the inn. This way. always have something, but I think sometimes they might. I got some wind stepping left over here. Cures poison, cures fatigue. We'll use the kebab pizza as our meal.
Tell me more about equipment fusion.
Okay, since fusion rules apply only to skills in the same exact slot, there are only 3 types of combinations you need to remember. First rule, if they're both the same skill, then that's the skill you get after fusion.
Simple enough. I'm guessing that same rule applies when both slots are empty.
Yes, the second rule is, if the slot's empty on one item and filled on the other, you get the skill from the filled slot.
Got it. So, the big question is, what happens when 2 different skills are in the same slot?
That's right. In this last case, a new skill is born from the 2 old ones, but it's sealed off temporarily. And the way to break the seal is... oh my.
Oh, it sounds like something we needed to know. Alright, we will save. Equipment. Floric staff, elven crown. So we can fuse Floric staffs, I think. Except that we don't have 2 of them. Alright. This fusion is quite complex.
A destroyed entrance, huh?
Well, that looks hopeless.
Oh, does it now?
Edna, you could use your powers.
Give it a try.
I certainly might. If you were to ask like so. Lady Edna, please do something about these rocks.
This is no time to be joking around.
Mikleo can't take Lady Edna anywhere, can he?
Oh, are you still hung up on that?
Come on, spit it out. Lady Edna, I beg you to move these rocks, which I, the pitiful Meebo, cannot.
Hey, that's longer.
Well, I charge interest.
Edna, I think that's enough teasing for now.
We need you to do something about these rocks, Edna. Please help us.
I didn't mean you.
Maybe not. But I'm as guilty as anyone here of taking you and your powers for granted. Even though I've seen malevolence born from that very mentality. Gratitude is vital in all actions. Whether you're worshipping the Seraphim, or simply journeying with friends.
Seriously, it's fine. I'll give you my ability, the giant strength.
FYI, Saray doesn't get jokes.
Nice. I'll try breaking down these rocks that the meek and pitiful Meebo couldn't.
Not you too!
He really doesn't get jokes.
Press down to cast giant strength and destroy certain types of huge objects. By striking an enemy weak against Earth, you can begin the battle with an advantage. That is all of them, I think, ability-wise. So... Sorry, I'm just curious. I don't think any of these save point travels actually work at the moment. Like, if we want to go back to Lady Lake, we cannot. There's a lot of areas we can revisit now. Travel was limited.
What mighty power!
Oh,
Very mighty.
What is this place? Some sort of warehouse?
You got that right. For the stuff that's quickly becoming all the rage amongst the nobility these days.
Elixir?
It's fake. But my body feels oddly warm.
That's because it's packed with energy drink garbage. Did I mention this stuff is highly addictive?
make one sale and we'll race back for more. Pretty devious.
So, is this stuff being sold officially under the authority of the church?
The
Shit.
certificate carries the authentic stamp of the Church of Roland's, but it looks like the sales profits are all going to this village.
So
Snap.
that's what you meant about tracking the flow of money.
If there's someone in Gododdin who can create an official certificate...
It has to be the missing Pope!
That explains the village's mystery funds.
And the malevolence from the chief.
So they're either conspirators or
the chief is the Pope.
You! What are you doing in here?
That has to be...
Mayor Nolan!
Could it really be?
The chief?
Lightning
Oh wow, we're wrecking him.
Yeah, we
Well,
did it!
that's
Done
that.
it! All together now! 1, 2...
So we're going now?
Yeah!
Wait,
Oh,
what's
come
our
on,
cue?
guys! It's not the chief?
So you
No.
are here to capture the chief. I knew it! I'll die before I allow that.
Enough! What is the meaning of this?
Are you... Pope Macedra?
I see you've done your homework.
What would drive you to do such a thing?
I would ask the same. I never desired the title of Pope. So then, why must I continue to perform its functions? I originally joined the Holy Order in order to give a small blessing, a glimmer of hope, to my family and those around me. But that is all.
But there are so many who cherish you. Sergei and the rest of the knights, and...
I know that! That's why I worked so hard. I did all I could. I toiled for years and years, with no self-regard, for the sake of everyone. And then... I took a look around me, and there was no trace of my family left behind. They had scorned me as a man with no regard for his household. What was it all for? What fruits had I to show for my endless labors?
Were you involved with the war against Highland?
I abandoned everything. The war, my country, even my people. At that point, I was beyond all caring. I fled into the forest to meet my death, but these folks rescued me. The good and gentle people of Gododdin asked nothing of me, content merely to treat me as if I were one of their own family.
And so naturally he wanted to give something back to the village.
Even if
Naturally.
it meant dealing fake elixir.
I care for neither the Empire nor the Church. Call me a coward if you like, but now I live for the sake of... my family, the villagers.
Your family?
I can sympathize with him for sure, but nevertheless, we need to bring him back.
We can't get the spiritual powers without deciphering the inscription. And the Cardinal is too much to handle for the knights alone.
But, on the other hand, without the protection and leadership of the chief, what will become of Gododdin?
Good
The same
question.
could be said for Pendrago. You see the problem?
It was him running away that caused this mess. Why should he get a free pass?
There's gotta be a way around this. Maybe he could crack the code for us and head right back here?
But you know what the knights in the church are like right now.
You think they just let him walk away?
Chief!
Are you okay?
Well, it doesn't do as much good if he dies. Hear what the villagers have to say. After the jump.